Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to match number 60 in the Selvel Goa Professional League. It is Vasco Sports Club versus Youth Club of Manora. On to Vasco Sports Club, who are coming off a defeat against Tempo Sports Club, lost 1-0, which kind of dented their hopes in the title aspirations, but they will still look to make it to the top 4 today. Vasco Sports Club, they started off brilliantly, looked like one of the favourites in the league with the experienced likes of Joaquim Branches, Francisco Fernandez, but here they are today playing against Youth Club of Manora, hoping to get back to winning ways. The first 11 for Vasco Sports Club, coached by Mickey Fernandez, has Desmond Gama, Daniel Rebello, Karan Shirotkar, Ronald Gaonkar, Sanvil De Costa, Pedro Carvalho, Matthew Colasso, Sheldon Pereira, Rizvin Fernandez, Neville Alexander and McLeish Pereira. On to Youth Club of Manora, and these boys are battling for relegation at the moment, but it is them who have to take the initiative today, because Vasco have nothing to lose from this game. They have everything to lose, but they've been in a good position. They are not quite down the drain where they would be really in danger of relegation, but they will be looking to make it safe today against Vasco Sports Club. And the first 11 for Youth Club of Manora, with assistant coach James De Costa today, choosing Luis Barreto on goal, Joel Fernandez coming back into the team, Joliston Rebello, Aniston Fernandez, Nicholas Fernandez the captain, Malisho Camotio, Alden Colasso, Jason Barbosa, Aditya De Cruz, Aaron Dias and Frazier Castagna. On to the points table, and you can see Vasco, having played 9 games, are on 13 points. It's their penultimate game, and they will be looking to get to those 19-point mark with the 2 wins that they have, whereas Youth Club of Manora right now in 11th position, having played 2 games less than Panjim Footballers and Velsau on 7 points. And today is a very crucial game for Youth Club of Manora, and they will be looking to make it safe by winning today's game and getting a little ahead of Velsau and Panjim Footballers, as the referees walk in, leading the players in. Vasco Sports Club and Youth Club of Manora will be battling it out in the middle today. He has a big job on his hands today, Luis Barreto, playing against one of the heavyweights of Goan football, Vasco Sports Club, with a rich history behind them. And this is the 2 captains for today, Sanvil De Costa and Nicholas Fernandez, leading their teams. The referees for today, David Rebello, Nikhil Arundekar, Peregrino Lima, and 4th official, Purushottam Nanda Mapari.
Requesting everybody, please wear your mask who are present in the stadium. Your safety is a concern.
The referees doing their final checks, the customary checks that they do of the goalposts to see if there are any holes in the goalposts. In a recent tweet that we saw, that Manuel Neuer tried to tie up a hole in the goal nets by his towel, and that made quite the headlines, and it was quite a funny situation created by Manuel Neuer. But we are in Goa, in the Goa Professional League. It's a hot sunny afternoon at the Duler Stadium for match number 60 in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League, and it is the debutants of this league, Youth Club of Manora versus Vasco Sports Club. As the teams huddle up for the final preparations before they set out to battle it out in the middle. It'll be interesting to watch how these players battle it out in the middle, with Vasco having nothing to lose. They were right there in the thick of things, and there you see the coach of Vasco Sports Club, Mickey Fernandez, the ex-Indian footballer, leading these young boys in this campaign, as Rizvin Fernandez. And we see James De Costa with a big job on his hands today. And James De Costa, in the absence of Rocky Carnero, it's Youth Club of Manora which is going to set us on our way as we begin this match. And we are on our way. The kickoff has started, and an early foul won by Youth Club of Manora. And this is Joel now. This is Frazier Castagna. Melisho. The ball lands up with Rizvin Fernandez, who collects it for Vasco Sports Club. But it's been an encouraging performance really in this year's league from Youth Club of Manora, with being the debutants of this year's league. They are the newbies, but they've gone toe to toe with teams, but sometimes they have been outplayed. But it's a huge learning experience for these young boys from Manora. As this ball comes in, is not a bad one. That is brilliantly defended by Vasco Sports Club. That was Karan Shirodkar there, just about getting there. Aniston with the ball out, and Nicholas Fernandez gets past Pedroy and puts in a beautiful cross. Melisho and Eldon waiting like hyenas in that box to pounce on that, but Karan Shirodkar being the savior for Vasco Sports Club in that occasion. Here's the corner coming in from Nicholas Fernandez, and the header out. And this is Aniston's header. This is early pressure from Youth Club of Manora. A good start from the young boys from the village of Raya. This is Frazier Castagna. Eldon Colasso. This is Aaron Dice who puts it forward, but one back possession by Vasco Sports Club with Anil Gaonkar chasing. It's a throw-in for Vasco Sports Club as Aaron Dice puts it. It's going to be an interesting game really between Vasco and Youth Club of Manora, because this right here promises to be an attacking encounter, because Vasco having nothing to lose in this game, and Youth Club of Manora wanting to get a victory to make their safety, ensure their safety rather. And will look for a win, and will probably go all out for an attack. And we saw what an entertaining game could be in between two top teams yesterday, between Dempo Sports Club and Sporting Club de Goa, playing out the game of the season. Sporting Club de Goa and Dempo Sports Club, that was really the highlight of this year's league, with the perfect advertisement for this year's Selvel Goa Professional League. A massive crazy match that was. Youth Club of Manora, however, will be looking to get full 3 points today against a Vasco team which is much changed, with Kuldeep Sharma not playing at the center of the defense. Neither is Francisco Fernandez, and Joaquim Abranch is also on the bench. It's gonna be a tough one for Vasco Sports Club. They are dealing with some injuries, and that's been the downfall of their campaign, Vasco Sports Club. Injuries have played a major role in their downfall, otherwise they were looking up at the top of the table, almost challenging Salgaonkar Football Club and Sporting Club de Goa for the title in the first 4 matches of the league. But that's what gets the beauty of a league system, because you have to be the most consistent. Performers are always up there, and Vasco have lost out because of lack of bench strength, which probably Mickey Fernandez will try to rectify next season. But this is a team with a lot of potential, and if they can hold on to this team, especially this man Daniel Rebello, who takes this free kick, which is not a great one, but there's a lot of talent in that man Daniel Rebello, along with Francisco Fernandez. He's forged a very strong partnership. This is Nicholas Fernandez, does well to keep it controlled. Pedro coming forward to take this throw in. Pedro takes the throw in. This is Frazier Castagna giving the foul away. Sheldon Pereira getting a start today again. It's a good opportunity for these young boys who've come into the team today, like Sheldon Pereira, McLeish Pereira, Pedroy, to make their mark on this team. Sanville standing behind this free kick. The ball comes in, and Aniston in a battle with Sanville. Matthew Colasso is the one on the ground, probably just having a clash of heads there. There you see the shoulder of Frazier Castagna just catching Matthew Colasso as he went for that header. As the physio has been called into action early into the game for Vasco Sports Club. Maria Torquato, the physio of Vasco Sports Club. The referee will start the game with a bounce, and it will be Vasco Sports Club which will retain possession with Sheldon. Sheldon tries to find Anil Gaukar. Long ball forward. Pedro with the clearance. This is Anil Gaukar. It'll be an interesting encounter to see Anil Gaukar, how he performs. In the last 2 matches we've seen him play in that left wing back position where he's covered a lot of distance. But today, in the absence of Joachim Branches and Suraj Mondol, he's playing up top in that striking zone, and we've seen him before that he's got into beautiful positions for Vasco Sports Club, and he has scored quite a few goals. He scored 4 goals in the tournament so far. As Youth Club of Manora win a foul, as Karan Shirodkar brings Eldon Colasso down. Eldon with a good turn there, but Karan Shirodkar just catching from the back. Aaron Dice plays it back to Luis Barreto. It's been a game which has dwindled around in the midfield region in the opening 10 minutes. Nothing like yesterday's game where we saw 3 goals by now. Quite sensational, wasn't it? And this is Aniston. The long ball coming in. But straight to Rizwan Fernandez. Aditya with the long cross. Not quite getting it there. Joel with the header. This is Pedroy. Selvel going for the longer ball. This is Aniston. Sheldon. Just a little long there for Daniel Ribello. And another foul given. Melisho Kamotio this time on the end of it. Not very happy with that tackle. Eldon's ball to his strike partner Melisho, and Neville Alexander is the man who ends up fouling Melisho. Luis Barreto has come all the way to take this free kick, almost on the halfway line. That's a strange decision from the legendary goalkeeper Luis Barreto. And this is Rizwan Fernandez, a very last minute signing for Vasco Sports Club to rev up their goalkeeping troubles. This is Nicholas Fernandez. We know what he's capable of. He scored that winner against Welsau Sports and Cultural Club in the last game, getting that all important win for Youth Club of Manora. This is Eldon. It's a good ball forward for Melisho, up against Neville yet again. Neville with this time with a good tackle in. Aniston's ball in. It's not a bad one, but that's a good header from Selvel. Gives away the corner though. Nicholas Fernandez is going to take this corner kick. The second of the match for Youth Club of Manora. The ball comes in from Nicholas. It's not a bad one, but no one was really there at the back of it as Jalistin Ribello was making a darting run forward. In the end, the angle was too acute for him to work anything out of that. This is Rizwan Fernandez. Takes the long goal kick. Rizwan. Frazier with the header. Tried to get it a second time, but wins the foul there. There you see Frazier winning the first time header, and then a foul conceded on Sheldon. This is Daniel Ribello who's going to take this Free kick. Karan Shirodkar. Karan's ball forward is not a bad one. The headed ball on has fallen straight to Luis Barreto. Selvel is slightly out of position. And this is Eldon space against Neville. And Melisho trying to take the snapshot. Not very well defended. Neville with the clearance. As Luis Barreto is trying to help a Vasco player who is on the ground right now at the moment. It will be interesting to see who that is. It looks like it is Sheldon Pereira. And then more work for the Vasco club physio. As this ball comes in, he wins the header. But he stayed on the ground ever since that, and that is Anil Gaonkar who's on the ground. He's had his injury issues. He was not completely fit in the last game as well. We saw him struggling with that ankle, but probably he landed badly on that ankle, had an awkward fall. Cesaron Dice plays it back to Luis Barreto. Miggy Fernandez will be hoping that he has his main man Anil Gaonkar back on the field. This is Joel. Back to Frazier. Joel again. Given away by Joel. Very strangely. Not quite making the run there. This has gone straight to Luis Barreto. Aditya. Frazier. Desmond Gama in chase. Eldon with a beautiful turn yet again, and gets the foul of Karan Shirodkar again, who was left for dead in that occasion again. Very, very good turn. We'll see this again. Eldon just bamboozling Karan Shirodkar there. Very good football from Eldon there. Just turning away from his marker. Good skill. Good awareness of where his marker was coming from. But he's still on the ground. He's just hoping to recover as the Manora physio this time comes around, as he's writhing in pain, clutching the back of his ankle. Eldon Colasso. We'll see what exactly happened, and there you see, just catching him very late, Karan Shirodkar. But he's had a decent start to the game today, Eldon Colasso. He'll be hoping that he can get back onto the field and continue the good work that he's done so far in the opening 17 minutes of this game. As the game resumes, this is Zaniston. Joel Fernandez puts it up, but the header comes in from Selvel. This is Selvel de Costa up against Nicholas Fernandez. Selvel puts it up. This is Aniston. Youth Club of Manora have had more possession in this game, and we can understand why, because this is a very new look Vasco Sports Club team with very new players coming into the team today. An opportunity for the youngsters who are coming into the team. Joel Fernandez standing over the ball. He's going to take this free kick, Joel Fernandez. Joel's long ball forward, headed on by Pedroy. This is Joliston. Aniston. Jason Barbosa giving the ball away. This is that danger. Anil Kaukar moving into the box. He's twisted and turned these players on. Daniel Rebello with the shot. Not quite getting there as it's deflected off Aaron Dice. And it's a throw-in now for Vasco Sports Club. But there is the threat that Vasco Sports Club possess with Anil Kaukar, who's always threatening, looking to get in behind and charge at defenders. He has the ability to run at tandem at any defender. But on the fair side, Manora have also not got their main defenders. Joyvin missing, Michael Silva missing, and so is Colasso. Clive Colasso. Three of the main defenders that have been so influential in that defensive area for Manora missing today from the team. But this is Nicholas Fernandez, who can change the game around at any point of time for his team, as we saw in the last game against Velsau Sports and Cultural Club. Joel Fernandez not happy with the assistant referee's decision over there as Pedroy takes it quickly. This is Sheldon. Daniel Rebello. Daniel's ball forward is a good one. Put it into the box. This is Desmond Kama chasing. Just goes onto the ground there, Matthew Colasso. But Neville gets it back for Vasco. It's a poor ball forward. This is Nicholas again going on his mazy runs. Nicholas Fernandez gets past Sheldon. Nicholas is crossing. This is Malisho. Plays it back to Aniston. Frazier Castagna. Frazier plays it wide to Aditya. This is Aaron Dice. Luis Barreto. Luis plays it to Joel. Joel's long ball forward. No one in attendance for Youth Club of Manora. This is Rizvin Fernandez. Anil Kaukar going up for that header, but Joel does well, wins that header. Very strong in defense, Joel Fernandez. That's Jiliston's ball forward. Jiliston to Nicholas. Pedroy gets a foot into that. He has a tough task on his hands, marking Nicholas Fernandez, who almost gets past Pedroy yet again. Just putting the ball through his legs there. Nicholas Fernandez, a very smart footballer. Joel Fernandez just bundling over the Vasco players right now. They're conceding a lot of fouls in that area. As you see, Anil Kaukar just being bundled over by Joel Fernandez. That'd be a good battle to watch in the remainder of the game. This is Selvel. Selvel's ball forward. Aditya with the clearance, but straight to Daniel Rebello. Daniel with the shot. Didn't quite catch it. Straight into the hands of Luis Barreto. As his ball is not quite met by Melisho Kamotio. 23 minutes played in this half, and no teams have really tested the other goalkeeper. Karan Shirodkar to take this throw in. This is Karan Shirodkar. Neville. Route yet again. This is Aniston. Aniston's good ball forward. This is Nicholas up against Pidroy yet again. Pidroy chasing Nicholas with a good ball in. This is a chance. And that is the first goal of the match. Melisho Kamotio has opened his account for this year's league. And it is all of the doing of Nicholas Fernandez again. As Rizwan Fernandez comes out and punches the ball, but Neville Alexander just helps the ball onto the path of Melisho Kamotio. And all he had to do is tap the ball past into an open net, a gaping net, inviting the ball to be tapped in, as Melisho Kamotio has given Youth Club of Manora, the debutants of this year's league, the lead. As you see, Rizwan Fernandez just punching the ball onto Neville Alexander, and the deflection allowing Melisho Kamotio to slot it into an open net to give Youth Club of Manora a very, very crucial lead on the 25th minute mark against one of the biggest clubs in Goan football. Vasco Sports Club right now are down and looking down the barrel. They've not really created much today. They will be hoping to turn this around, but it's not been a happy start. Youth Club of Manora have looked the more impressive side today. This is Daniel Ribello. Pidroy. Pidroy's ball forward. This is Anil. Daniel with the shot. Didn't quite understand that from Daniel Ribello, but he's got the corner. But we've seen more efforts from Daniel. Maybe he's not got much movement ahead of him to work out something. But the attack for Vasco have lacked creativity today, but they will look to change it around, and Daniel Ribello, if he can put some quality balls into the box, he can change it around, as Eldon Colasso wins another foul against Karan Shirodkar. And that's the third time that Eldon Colasso has been impeded by Karan Shirodkar. He's treading on dangerous waters, because the referee can show yellow card any point of time on the next foul for Karan Shirodkar. This is Aaron Dice's ball forward. This is Daniel. Matthew Colasso. Pidroy. Does well there. Beautifully done by Juliston Ribello. This is Nicholas Fernandez up against Pidroy. Teasing Pidroy there. Nicholas giving the ball away on that occasion and pulled back. Matthew Colasso there being fouled by Nicholas Fernandez. Tried to go past two on that occasion. There you see Nicholas just clipping Matthew Colasso from the back, as Aniston is clutching his ankles now. The captain really has been a revelation in this year's league for Youth Club of Manora. Nicholas Fernandez has by far been the standout player for the debutants, the men in red. As Aniston Fernandez walks off the field, he'll be looking to come back sooner rather than later. Selvel will take this free kick for Vasco Sports Club. Selvel's long ball forward is a good one. This is Matthew, Denil, Karan Shirodkar. Karan's ball is not good one at all. Vasco lacking quality up front right now. They've not troubled Luis Barreto one bit today. And that will be a disappointed coach right now, Mickey Fernandez. And you can see the disappointment in that he's very frustrated with how his boys have showed up today against a team which is placed 11th and showing more hunger than them. This is Daniel Ribello. Matthew Colasso giving the ball away yet again. Pedrai getting the challenge in this time. Frazier Castagna will win the foul from Daniel Ribello as the referee points towards the dugout for the first cooling break of the match. And it'll be interesting what Mickey Fernandez tells his boys, because it's not been a very impressive performance from the boys in black. And you can see him very agitated and animated, having a go at his players. And why not? Because right now Youth Club of Manora are outplaying the team in black, Vasco Sports Club. James De Costa will be the happier man right now, and those men in red will be looking to strike one more time, because they've been on an impressive run, and Nicholas Fernandez is looking very dangerous, and Eldon Colasso and Melisho putting the Vasco defense under pressure all the time with their pace. We'll see this goal again. Nicholas Fernandez just racing past Pedroy, putting the ball in, and Rizwan Fernandez comes out nicely, but unluckily for him, Neville was in the way, and the ball joyfully falls to Melisho Kamotio as this ball comes in from Nicholas. Yet another chance. Rizwan didn't get all of that ball, as Jason Barbosa was the man who was looking to head it back into Rizwan's goal. But they have won a corner kick here, Youth Club of Manora. Rizwan Fernandez just having a word with the physio, requiring some medical attention. This is Nicholas Fernandez to take this corner kick yet again. Nicholas's ball in, it's headed out, well defended by Selvel. And this is Sheldon Pereira, does well to keep it in. Sheldon, not very well defended by Melisho Kamotio. You can see him defending that goal he scored. And Frazier Castagna giving the free kick away, but you can see the determination in Youth Club of Manora right now, because they know the importance of this match. Because if they can win this match, they're more or less safe in the league, with Velsau and Panjim footballers having played a game more, but they will be ahead of them. Youth Club of Manora having played a game less. This is Julistin Ribello. Juliston has taken about 7 steps forward to take that throw in, and he receives the yellow card from the referee. And yet again he's gone forward. Very strange from Juliston. Finally clears the ball up. This is Karan Shirodkar. Karan's ball forward is into no man's land, straight into Luis Barreto's hands. There has been no supply line for the likes of Anil Gaonkar today. He's hardly had to do anything at all, Luis Barreto. Shelled into Denil. Spreads it out, but Karan Shirodkar not quite there. Not quite reading that pass from Denil, Karan. This is Aditya. Aditya's ball forward. This is Denil Rebello. Karan Shirodkar. Neville with the clearance. This is Denil again. Sheldon. Back to Neville. Neville's clearance falls straight to Eldon Colasso. There's that pace again from Eldon. Moving forward but giving the ball away on that occasion. Pedroy. And that is Anil Gaonkar, who has been brought to the ground. We've hardly seen a concrete Vasco attack today. This is Luis Barreto. Luis Barreto's long ball forward. Doesn't quite find the preferred destination of Jason Barbosa. And there you can see the reserve bench players for Youth Club of Manora looking on from the stands, cheering these players on. They'll be happy with what they've seen so far, with hardly anything from Vasco. Their team playing very well so far. This is Desmond Gama's ball in, which is not a bad one, but a goal kick Luis Barreto's way as Matthew Colasso was arriving in the box. This is Luis Barreto. Hooks the ball forward, met by Pedroy. Anil Gaonkar in the chase, met by Joel Fernandez. This is Pedroy. Manora have 2 games left after this. One against Sessa Football Academy, who are below them in 12th position, and they are in grave danger of relegation. That will be quite a crucial match. If Youth Club of Manora can get a victory in that match, that would almost guarantee Sessa Football Academy's downfall from the league. As this ball comes forward from Youth Club of Manora, with Frazier putting it forward for Nicholas Fernandez, who's pacing forward. Pedroy with the challenge, doesn't quite get it there, but he gets back quickly, gives away the corner kick. He's got a real challenge on his hands, controlling Nicholas Fernandez, who has been so dangerous down that left wing. Nicholas will get a lot of attention from the bigger clubs in the league, but I would be very happy to see Youth Club of Manora holding on to this team a lot. Some more opportunity to prove themselves. It's just a new team, a team which has come together very late in this year's league, and with some more exposure and practice and being together, I'm sure they will have better results in next year. Really been impressed with the debutants, Youth Club of Manora. This is a chance though. Desmond Gama, what a chance that was, almost out of nothing there. The ball comes in from Daniel Ribello, it falls for Aaron Dice, who loses out the ball completely, and that was the chance for Vasco, falling to Desmond Gama, who really should have done better and keeping it on target on that occasion. As Luis Barreto just having an argument with the referee, but there was nothing in that from Desmond Gama. Quite fairly went up for the header with Aaron Dice. And this is Selvel who plays it back to Rizvin, who punts it up, and a foul given Manora's way. Matlish Pereira there giving the foul away. The header out. But coming to Youth Club of Manora, as I always mention this, they've gone quite toe to toe with the biggest of clubs, and Vasco is a big name in Goan football. They are ahead of them, Vasco, than Youth Club of Manora, but you wouldn't really understand from the gameplay, because Youth Club of Manora have dominated Vasco Sports Club today. It just goes to show how competitive this year's league has been, and Youth Club of Manora, the latest team that has been inducted in this year's league, they've done incredibly well to get a team together in such short notice and performing so well. They've lost a few very close matches. They've gone toe to toe with the likes of Selgaonkar, where Selvin Miranda, only a magical free kick was the difference between them, and there have been matches where they were outplayed as well, but you've got to give it to them, Youth Club of Manora. They've been playing third division football since 2014-15, then got promoted to Goa second division from 2015-17, played first division league of Goa 2017-18, and here they are, courtesy the President Shrikant Sawant, Vice President Anthony Barbosa, General Secretary Remy Barbosa, and Media Officer Raymond Mendes. Very high regards for these men who've given a chance to these young boys, as that shot came in from Daniel Ribello, which was not far away from testing Luis Barreto for the first time in 42 minutes in the first half. There is the shot taken from Daniel Ribello, but Luis Barreto had it all covered. Didn't quite catch it cleanly there, Daniel Ribello. And also must mention the sponsors, which are Almasa Group, Roxer Group, and Alexia Regina Lorenzo, the Kurturam constituency MLA, which have supported these young boys and shown them immense help in proving their talent on the highest stage of them all in Goan football. This is Desmond Gama though for Vasco Sports Club. Big job on the hands of Vasco, having lost their last game against Tempo Sports Club 1-0. And coming off a draw against Panjim footballers 1-all. They're on their way to a loss against Youth Club of Manora, who are leading 1-0 courtesy of Melisho Komotio goal, and have been the more dominant side today. But they will be looking to contain this Vasco team, as this corner will come in from Denil Rebello, floated in from Denil, but straight to Luis Barreto. This is Nicholas, puts it forward for Melisho, but a great tackle in there. This is Denil again against Aniston. That's a good battle. Aniston versus Denil Rebello. This is Desmond Gama. Neville Alexander. Neville's ball forward. Eldon gets it, but Eldon's heavy touch allows Matthew Colasso to drive forward. Denil gives it away, this time to Aniston. Now Eldon has a chance to show his pace. This is Eldon Colasso marching forward. This is a chance. Melisho Komotio! He's put it forward, and what a miss that is from Jason Barbosa. What an opportunity that is for Manora to go 2 goals up just on the cusp of half-time. And you can see the frustration in the Manora supporters. They really expected. But this is on the counter-attack. Vasco Sports Club with McLeish Pereira just giving the ball away. But that was a very good counter-attack, but well defended in the end. But there again, the trouble and the pace of Eldon Colasso and Melisho Komotio with a beautiful ball forward. Just doing enough there on that occasion. McLeish Pereira, Jason Barbosa missing that completely, but should have done better on that occasion. What an opportunity to take a 2-goal lead into half-time, as the assistant referee has shown 4 minutes of added on time. It will be another Denil Rebello corner kick. Can he deliver some quality into the box now? Ball comes in and it's headed on by Neville. And it's gone out for another corner kick. A late pressure in this first half from Vasco Sports Club, as Denil goes on to the other end to take this corner kick for Vasco Sports Club. Can they make use of this? Can they break the deadlock for themselves, as Denil Rebello puts the corner in, and it's gone out this time for a goal kick. Luis Barreto will be happy to take his time, as Youth Club of Manora will be looking to take a 1-goal lead into half-time, which could have been 2 if that man on your screen, Jason Barbosa, slotted in a sitter from the pass of Melisho Komotio. This is Jason. Can he make amends for that miss? Not quite happening there for Melisho. On that return ball, this is Rizwan Fernandez. Karan Shirodkar. Denil. Karan's ball forward. Anil Gaukar going up with Joel Fernandez, who's got the better of Anil Gaukar at the moment, and Frazier winning the foul against Denil Rebello. And that should be enough for Youth Club of Manora to head into half-time with a 1-goal lead. And allow James DeCosta to come out refreshed with his boys. And another 45 minutes to endure and go towards another victory. And Spidroy's clearance. Desmond with another clearance. This is Anil. Heads it back. Nicholas again strips the ball off McLeish Pereira. This is Aniston. This is Frazier Castagna. Frazier's ball in is not a bad one. Eldon Colasso fails to get that under control. It could have been much more really for Youth Club of Manora in this half. But it is still Vasco coming for that counter attack, as Aaron Dias gives away the corner. That's Anil Gaonkar on the ground yet again, but one last chance for Vasco Sports Club to get something from this half. They will look to restore parity as this ball comes in from Daniel Ribello with almost no chance to play anymore, as Luis Barreto comes out and collects it quite calmly.
Youth Club of Manora lead 1-0.
But strangely, the referee just blew the whistle as the ball was in the air. And there could have been an uproar if there was a Vasco player meeting that ball and the ball had gone into goal. That was a strange time to blow the whistle from the referee, but a subdued performance from Vasco Sports Club and an encouraging display yet again from Youth Club of Manora have given the Manora boys a 1-goal lead against the Goan Giants, Vasco Sports Club. Back for the second half between Youth Club of Manora and Vasco Sports Club, with Youth Club of Manora having a brilliant first half, leading 1-0 courtesy a Melisho Camontio goal against Vasco Sports Club. And Anil Ramagaukar has been substituted. He was struggling with an injury, and it is Joachim Branches which has come out. The experience of the man speaks for itself, and Joachim Branches will be looking to get his team back on track against a very, very motivated Manora team. Mickey Fernandez will be hoping that his boys turn this around, but it's not going to be an easy job because Manora have looked quite tight at the back. With Anil Gaukar gone, it's a tough job on the hands of Vasco Sports Club. This is Tenil Rebello looking for Desmond Kama. As the ball comes in yet again, this is an early chance. This is a good move to start with. McLeish Pereira. The ball comes in and easily collected by Luis Barreto. Rizwan Fernandez will take this goal kick for Vasco Sports Club. He's had a decent game, but has looked slightly off colour, Sheldon Pereira, with some heavy touches in the middle. McLeish giving the ball away yet again. He's been very subdued in his performance today, McLeish Pereira. Playing out of his position today, thanks to all the injuries to Vasco Sports Club, but you should be doing better with your touches. But McLeish giving the ball away on quite a number of occasions. This is Selvel. Hooks it up forward for looking for Joachim Branches. Joel Fernandez with the header. And there you see, just as we spoke about it, McLeish Pereira has been substituted and Selvel Fernandez has been brought on by Mickey Fernandez. That's a very encouraging change from Mickey Fernandez. We know what Selvel Fernandez is capable of. Very skillful and fast, Selvel Fernandez. This is Aniston. Beautifully walked. This is Frazier. Plays it to Aaron Dias. Aaron's ball forward. No man's land really for Manora. This is Neville. Tenil now. Neville again. Neville on the ball. Neville plays it long. This is Joachim chasing, but Aditya does well, puts it out for a throw-in. It'll be interesting to see how Joachim tackles this defense. The experience would definitely matter of Joachim Branches, and the Vasco players will be looking to use his experience and have that chance. But that's a great shot from Selvel de Costa, and we know that he's capable of that, but Luis Barreto has come up with a stunning save. Good football all round, and there is the threat. Selvel de Costa moving forward, hardly any backlift. Look at the power he generates, but what a save that is. Although it was straight at him, but he still required to get a strong hand to that, and it's resulted in this corner kick from Tenil Rebello. The shot comes in, and This time Luis Barreto will be holding on to the ball. Just as I said that the Vasco players will be looking to use that experience of Joachim Branches. Joachim with a beautifully laid down ball. For Selvel de Costa, who's unleashed an absolute belter. And that's a foul for Youth Club of Manora. This is Aditya. Aditya puts the ball into the box. This is Denel Rebello. Aniston winning that battle with Denel, but Denel gets the better of him in the end and wins the goal kick there. Denel Rebello. This is Denel hooking it long. It's gone out for a Manora throw-in. Selvel, that was, beg your pardon. A tough job on the hands of Vasco Sports Club. They have to come back from a goal down as Sheldon gives the foul away. Juliston Rebello there being brought down by Sheldon. Nicholas Fernandez and Aniston standing over the ball, and it is going to be Nicholas Fernandez who's going to take this free kick as the ball comes in. Not a bad ball, but not many forward for Youth Club of Manora. There's another poor clearance from Karan Shirotkar, who's been very below par today. Slices that ball out. This is Aditya. Aditya puts the ball in. Selvel's clearance. This is Savlon Fernandez. Sheldon to Denel. Denel's beautiful ball forward. This is Savlon again. Pedroy. Pedroy's ball forward is not a bad one. And Joachim's header has gone out for a Luis Barreto goal kick. This is Luis Barreto. A long ball forward from Luis Barreto. Joachim Branches gives away the free kick again. Can be very frustrating to see for the Vasco players, because Manora just slowing things down, winning that odd foul in those dangerous situations. They will look to construct something concrete, get something out of this game, Vasco Sports Club. But what a subdued performance this has been from Mickey Fernandez's boys, and he'll be absolutely furious with the way things have gone in today's match. Mickey Fernandez, a legend of the game. You all remember that he's played for Mohun Bagan. The supporters of Mohun Bagan remain very loyal to him, and they do remember that 40-yard screamer that he had scored for Mohun Bagan at the Salt Lake Stadium. What a goal that was. It's etched in the memory of each and every Mohun Bagan fan. Recently, he's also got awarded by the Professional Football Players of India, the association, for his contribution to Indian football. He was felicitated by fellow Goan Alvito Di Cunha, who was also a legend of the game. However, his boys are not performing up to the mark, and you can see the frustration on his face as Youth Club of Manora win another throw-in. Cleared on by Vasco. Joachim just tries to win that. Goes up for the head. Joel Fernandez has lost out, and this is a chance. This is Joachim Abranches! What a chance that is. But a great effort all round, as it all came from that poor clearance from Joel Fernandez. Savlon lays it off, and Aditya just does enough in that occasion as he ran across to just about avert the danger, and Joachim Abranches should have done much better with that. A player of his quality, you expect better on that occasion. As Aditya is being attended to by the physio, here we see the chance again. Joachim Abranches, he's lost a couple of yards or so over the years, Joachim Abranches. Otherwise he would have raced on to that. A younger Joachim Abranches would have normally slaughtered that past Luis Barreto. Well, we'll start proceedings with the Luis Barreto goal kick. Pedroy with the header. Cleared on. This is Aaron Malisho. Frazier Castagna. Aditya. Headed on by Daniel Ribello. Long ball spread out to Savlon, and that's a handball from Nicholas Fernandez. It's a free kick again for Vasco Sports Club. Daniel Ribello once again standing over this free kick, as we see Joel Fernandez, I think, who's on the ground at the moment. It is Joel Fernandez. We know that he's coming back off an injury, and right now it's not good news because he's being stretchered off. Daniel Ribello with the cross in, cleared on by Juliston. The ball comes back in. It's dangerous. Luis Barreto calmly handles that. Kicks it up out for another throw-in, as Arvind Silva has been brought on by James De Costa. Joel Fernandez has been taken off, and there has to be some makeshift defending to do for Youth Club of Manora now. Daniel Ribello, is this the chance chances. This is the calling for Vasco right now. This is Selvel Fernandez. Selvel plays it inside to Denel, but crowded out in that position. Selvel Fernandez. Nicholas gives it away but gets it back luckily. This is Jason Barbosa who wins the free kick for Manora. Just fouled there by Sheldon. This is Frazier. Frazier's ball forward for Nicholas Fernandez, who gets the better of Pedroy once again, puts it back in. Eldon not meeting that cleanly. It could have been dangerous again for Vasco Sports Club yet again. Nicholas Fernandez turning out to be the provider. The header comes in from Karan Shirotkar. Matthew Colasso's ball forward. The shot comes in from Joachim Branches, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Not really troubling Luis Barreto. As the referee has shown Neville Alexander a yellow card, or has he shown Malisho a yellow card? We'll just wait for the confirmation. It was an off the ball incident which led to that yellow card, but this is Arvind Silva. Puts it again. Nicholas Fernandez takes it in a stride. Beautiful. This is Malisho through on goal. Malisho Kamotio spreads it out. Just couldn't find Eldon, but he probably should have gone for goal on that occasion. Strangely, he tries to find Eldon in the crowd. I should have probably tried to slot it past Rizwan Fernandez. This is a chance. Malisho Kamotio, that's the confirmation of the yellow card. Selvel Fernandez wins the free kick in a very dangerous area. And that is the danger that Selvel Fernandez possesses, as he mazed his way past this. We'll see this again. Arvind Silva not getting that tackle, and then Aniston just coming and almost body jacking Selvel Fernandez. This is a great opportunity for Vasco Sports Club to get back and restore parity, as Malisho Kamotio has been taken off. Jay Williamson, the boy from Calcutta, is coming on for Youth Club of Manora. I think this is a great time for Jay to come on for Youth Club of Manora. This is Joachim. The ball comes in and brilliantly defended. That was a very well worked out free kick from Vasco Sports Club. And looked like Senville's going to take it. Joachim plays it into Denel, who plays the ball in. But the sliding Matthew Colasso can't quite get that. And finally, it will go out for Luis Barreto goal kick. Like I was mentioning, it's a great time for Jay to come in, because it is at a time when Mickey Fernandez's boys will be looking to go out and attack these Manora boys, and he will get the required space up front, and he can use his body and pace against a makeshift defense of Vasco Sports Club today. A goal here today for Jay will do wonders to his confidence. That's Juliston. The sliding challenge comes in from Pedroy Fernandez. Juliston Rebello with the throw in. Pedroy again not getting there quite for Nicholas. As Selvel deflects this out for a corner kick. Nicholas will take this corner for Manora. Not many forward for Youth Club of Manora as the ball comes in. It's the header and it's come off the bar. What a chance that is again. It falls to Jason Barbosa. From point blank range, he really should be scoring again. He's hit the post from that distance. Is a crime, literally. He really should be scoring there. Will Youth Club of Manora come back to rue those missed chances from Jason Barbosa? One in the first half and one right now in the second. This is Nicholas again up against Pedroy Carvalho, and this time he's hacked Nicholas down onto the ground and he will get a yellow card from the referee. He's got the better of him all afternoon long, Nicholas Fernandez, and he does so yet again. Pedroy Carvalho has the confirmation of the yellow card. Nicholas will take this free kick. Again, not many forward for Youth Club of Manora. Very little to aim at for Nicholas Fernandez. As Rizwan Fernandez is all concentration. The ball comes in. Rizwan punches it out. This is Savlon now on the counter. Gives it away. This is Jay with his first touch. Takes the shot on. A very feeble shot in the end. Goes straight to Rizwan Fernandez. The long ball from Rizwan. Juliston with the receiving, but it went back to his defense. This is Neville Alexander. Neville's ball forward. This is Jason Barbosa. Eldon Colasso stripped off the ball. This is Karan Shirotkar. Does well. This is Tenil. Tenil's ball forward. Pedroy again gives it away. Pedroy. This is Jay. Just with the header not reaching there. This is Selvel de Costa. Selvel's ball forward. This is Sheldon. Keeps possession for Vasco. No real penetration happening for Vasco right now. This is Neville's ball forward. Sheldon with the header. Eldon. Aditya. Aditya's given it away strangely. The clearance comes in from Aaron Dias. Puts it out for a throw. This is Tenil. Savlon. Pedroy. Pedroy puts the ball in. Not the greatest one. This is Jason Barbosa. This is Nicholas Fernandez. Holding on to the ball. Yet again. Holding up play. Karan Shirotkar this time will receive a yellow card. Nicholas Fernandez is frustrating the Vasco boys right now. The captain really leading from the front, Nicholas Fernandez. What a league he's had. He's come into this team and almost been a lone warrior up front for this Youth Club of Manora team. As you can see, a very animated bench for Youth Club of Manora. As Karan Shirodkar receives that yellow card from the referee. Nicholas Fernandez getting some medical attention from the Youth Club of Manora physio. As Hafizur Rahman comes on in place of Sheldon Pereira. Can he have a positive impact on this game? Hafizur Rahman, you know, he's a very technical player. He has that quality to spread it around and play those crucial through balls. He also gets into good goal scoring positions as Jay comes up. This is Daniel Rebello, stripped off the ball by Jay. Hands it on to Eldon Colasso. This is the ball forward. This is a chance now. Joachim Branches up against Aaron Dice. Joachim's ball in is a deep one. This is Hafizur back to Savlon. Savlon's ball in. And that's punched out by Luis Barreto. Very well done by the goalkeeper. Pidroy's ball. This is Pidroy. Again deflects of Aniston. Pidroy plays it forward and wins the corner there. Hafizur. Daniel Rebello going to take this corner kick as Frazier Castagna is on the ground this time. Youth Club of Manora will be looking to waste as much time as possible as more medical attention required as the stretcher boys come forward to take off Frazier Castagna. Frazier being carried out. Daniel Rebello's ball in. Well met. Pedroy sliding in. This is Selvel De Costa with a disappointing effort in the end. The captain, Selvel De Costa, for today. He's had a brilliant effort saved by Luis Barreto, but on that occasion didn't quite connect it at all. Luis Barreto puts it up. Jay's header not quite getting there. Eldon Colasso. Neville's throw. Does well there to retain possession. Neville again. Aaron Dice will leave that for Luis Barreto to handle it. Luis Barreto's ball forward. And Selvel not quite happy there with something as he wins the free kick of Jay. This is Neville's ball forward. Hafizur Rahman. Savlon snapshot. Goes out for another goal kick. This Manora defense is restricted Vasco Sports Club to these long range efforts. This is Luis Barreto. Lewis's ball forward, straight to Daniel Rebello. Savlon. This is Hafizur Rahman. Not quite getting it in control. This is Arvind Silva who puts the ball forward. Nicholas Fernandez this time with the handball. Otherwise he had another run in for Pedro Carvalho. This is Selvel. Selvel's ball forward. And Joachim of Branches has won the free kick. Frazier Castagna getting the yellow card. Referee is all smiles, but this is a very dangerous position to concede a free kick for Youth Club of Manora. And you can see Frazier Castagna pulling Joachim of Branches down, and Joachim, with the experience, making the most of it. And this is Daniel Rebello taking this free kick. Good golden ball, but Jay with the defensive header on that occasion. This is Jason Barbosa. This is Jay. Nicholas back to Jay. This is good play, but a long ball from Jay Williamson on that. Just missing out on the touch. The long ball played forward, headed on by Jason Barbosa. This is Aniston. Aniston to Nicholas. Nicholas up against Pedro again, gets the better of him. Gets the better of Desmond Gama. Nicholas Fernandez with the ball in! What a defensive clearance that is! But look at this walk again from Nicholas Fernandez. Just so subtle in his movement. That was begging to be put in by Eldon Colasso, but Karan Shirotkar doesn't know how that has gone over the bar, but he has done a brilliant job of keeping that out of the goal. What a ball that was from Nicholas Fernandez. Absolutely brilliant. There's that man, Nicholas Fernandez, again to take this corner kick. Nicholas's ball in, not a great one. As the referee points out to the players to head to the dugout for the second and final cooling break, as Youth Club of Manora still lead Vasco Sports Club 1-0, courtesy that 25th minute goal from Melisho Kamotio. .13 minutes left for Vasco to get something from this game, and this was that goal which gave Manora the lead. Rizwan Fernandez punching it into Neville, and then Melisho Kamotio has the easiest job in the world of tapping it into an open goal. As the players head back onto the field, we'll start proceedings with a Manora throw-in. Aditya is going to take this throw-in. Won by Hafizur. Not the greatest touch. This is Joachim of Branches. Daniel Rebello. Out onto Desmond Gama. This is Hafizur. Poor ball from Hafizur. The idea was right, but not the execution. This is Selvel Fernandez. Pedro Carvalho. Selvel. Daniel up forward for Selvel. Selvel's ball forward. Cleared on by Frazier. Pedro with the header. This is Daniel Rebello. Hafizur. Karan Shirotkar with the ball in again. Headed on by Frazier yet again. This is Nicholas again with some space to run with. This is Jay. Back to Nicholas. Again gets the better of Pedroy. He's making him dance to his tunes, really. Nicholas Fernandez. Pedroy has no idea which side Nicholas will go right now. He's just been bamboozled by this left-footed captain Nicholas Fernandez. And yet another free kick for Nicholas Fernandez. He's gonna try and curl it into the box. Another opportunity as the ball comes in and Jay meets that. Not quite getting it on target, but that was a chance. The long ball from Karan Shirodkar. Headed on by Frazier. This is Selvel. Hafizur. Desmond Gama. Headed on again by Aditya. Daniel Rebello puts it up, and that will go straight into the hands of Luis Barreto. And you can see Mickey Fernandez as agitated as ever. There's absolutely been no penetration for these Vasco boys today. This is Savlon Fernandez. Does well to go past Chulistin. Savlon driving forward. The ball comes in. Is not a bad one. Again, not enough players in the box for Vasco. Hafizur Rahman was arriving, but he arrived a little too late on that occasion. Matthew Colasso with the cross. Luis Barreto decides to leave it, but a very dangerous leave, I must say, from Luis Barreto. This is Daniel Hafizur. Hafizur's ball wide. This is Savlon Fernandez. That's very well done yet again by Frazier. This is Nicholas. Jay plays it well to Frazier. This is Jay again. Very well played by Manora. They are managing the game very well. Eldon plays it to Jay. Jay has missed a sitter. That was his opportunity. He should have slotted it past Rizwan Fernandez. And that is the final touch missing from Jay Williamson. It was a beautifully constructed move from Manora. Manora should have really put this game to bed by now. And right now this is a chance again. Nicholas Fernandez, Pedroy Carvalho in chase. Nicholas, the ball forward for Jay, not just quite finding him. Karan Shirodkar with the header yet again. Aaron Dice gives it away. This is Desmond, Samuel De Costa. And you can see very animated on the touchline Mickey Fernandez. This is Joaquim Abranches, spreads out the ball to Savlon Fernandez. This is Daniel Rebello. A poor ball in the end. This is Savlon. Second bite on the cherry. This ball comes in. It's not a bad one. Sandville on the shot. And sliced out for a goal kick. It's now or never. Really, for Vasco Sports Club. This game is opening up right now. You can see Mickey Fernandez really urging and begging his players to offer him something. But right now it's not really working out for them. And Daniel's header on to Savlon Fernandez. This is Savlon. Back to Neville. Neville's long ball forward. Headed on by Frazier. This is Joachim. Hafizur Rahman. straight into the hands of Luis Barreto. Long ball from Luis Barreto. Looking for Jay, but he won't get that. This is Pedro Carvalho. Pedro with the left-footed clearance. Joachim Branches with a slightly overcooked ball, which will be easily defended by Manora. Luis Barreto will again look to hook it up long. Luis Barreto's ball forward, met by Daniel Rebello. Arvin Silva with the header. This is Savlon Fernandez. Pedroy. Neville Alexander. Very well done by Karan Shirodkar. And puts in a good ball in. The header coming in. Matthew Colasso couldn't quite connect on it. This is Pedro Carvalho. Pedro putting it up again. This is Matthew Colasso. And the header comes in from Aaron Dice. And Joachim Branches gives away the foul. So frustrating for Mickey Fernandez and his boys. As you see, Joachim Branches just almost falling over, and Juliston Rebello going down on that touch from Joachim Branches. Luis Barreto to take this long goal kick. Headed on by Pedroy. This is Jay. This is Joliston. Moves forward, does well. This is Nicholas Fernandez. This is Jay. Releases Eldon on the right hand side. This is Eldon's chance, and on his left footer he sends the ball way past Rizwan Fernandez's goal. Rizwan with the long kick. Foul given. This is Daniel Rebello going to take this free kick. It's now or never, with everyone rushing forward for Vasco Sports Club. Daniel Rebello hits it straight on to Jay. I wonder what's happened, because Jay gets a yellow card. It's a strange decision from the referee. As this ball comes in, is a dangerous one. I think Neville and Joachim have got in each other's way there. Everything happening here at the Duler Stadium, nothing working out for Vasco Sports Club. And there's the yellow card that Jay receives. It looked like the softest yellow card to receive. This is Karan Shirodkar. Puts the ball forward. Arvin Silva to Nicholas Fernandez. This is a great opportunity now for Manora to get that second goal on the counter. They have enough spaces up front. This is Daniel Rebello. Daniel's ball forward. This is Savlon. Frazier does well. Savlon Fernandez with the throw in. Daniel's ball in will be straight into Luis Barreto's hand. And Luis Barreto hooks it up forward, looking for Jay. What can he do now? The big man Jay Williamson on the ball. Somehow plays it across to Ariston. This is Aniston. Cleared up by Pedroy, but straight to Arvind Silva. This is Jason Barbosa looking for Nicholas Fernandez. This is Juliston. This is Rizwan Fernandez. Headed on. This is Joachim Branches, helps it on. Is this the moment for Vasco Sports Club? He wins the corner there, Desmond Gama. Is this the moment, or is this Youth Club of Manora's third victory of the campaign? 6 minutes of additional time shown by the referee as this corner comes in from Hafizur Rahman. It's been headed back, but Aniston heads it out for another corner kick. Pressure on Youth Club of Manora. Second victory on the trot. This could be for the Manora boys. Only if they can hold on to this lead. This is Hafizur Rahman who puts this corner in. Towering header and the foul given. And relief for the Manora boys. This will buy some valuable time for the men in red. Luis Barreto look to hook it up forward, as this will be a big scalp for Youth Club of Manora against Vasco Sports Club, beating one of the heavyweights of Goan football. What a turnaround this has been in the league. The ball comes in. This is Karan Shirotkar, puts the ball in again, headed on, and Daniel Rebello will not get to that as Joachim's flicked on ball goes out for another goal kick for Luis Barreto. Nicky Fernandez has to go back to his drawing board because it's not been working for his attackers at the moment. This ball comes in, Neville with the header, Jay wins the free kick. This is Arvind Silva comes forward. Arvind Silva's ball forward is not a great one, again looking for Jay, straight into Rizwan Fernandez's hands. Youth Club of Manora will be confident of making themselves safe because their next match is against Sessa Football Academy on the 12th, and they will be looking to make sure their path to next year's Goa Professional League is safe, and they can guarantee that with a win against Sessa Football Academy in the next match, because they play Churchill Brothers in the last match of the league. As Youth Club of Manora win another free kick from Vasco, whereas Vasco will be heading back to the drawing board because they will face FC Goa in the last match of their league campaign, which definitely is going to be a high voltage encounter for sure, but a very tough one for Vasco Sports Club, especially with all the injuries that they'll have to deal with right now. This is Sanville, and the handball is given against Sanville de Costa. I was very disappointed with that decision. We'll see what exactly happened there. Not very clear from that. Luis Barreto's ball forward, looking for Jay again. Rizwan Fernandez. This is Tenil. Karan Shirodkar moving forward. Heavy touch from Karan allows Jason Barbosa to get the ball in. Again a header in. A very clumsy football happening towards the end of this game. Both teams not quite getting there, but is this the moment? Jay's ball wide to Nicholas Fernandez. Nicholas plays it to Eldon Colasso. Is this Eldon Colasso's chance? But a feeble effort in the end. This game should have been over by now for Manora. But you can see the tiredness in those legs of these Manora boys, because anywhere will do right now for them. As Neville with the header. This is Pedroy who misses it, who's had a very shoddy game, Pedroy Carvalho. This is Nicholas Fernandez showing some good skill, and Pedroy somehow getting the ball, and this is Nicholas again winning the foul there. Selvel Fernandez. As Jason Barbosa is being taken off for Meliston Pereira. Tactics to waste some time from coaches. We've seen this many times all around the world. As Meliston Pereira will make his way into the field in place of Jason Barbosa.
The third and final substitution for Youth Club of Manora, with number 13, Jason Barbosa.
As we come towards the end of the game, this will be the last throw in the dice for Vasco Sports Club. Neville's ball forward, and this is Aniston moving forward with Nicholas Fernandez now. This is Aniston. Meliston Pereira with a very poor effort in the end. 96 minutes up. This is all out right now from both the teams. Played forward. This is Selvel Fernandez. Savlon's ball forward. Played in deep. Joachim with the header. This is Hafizur Rahman. This is a chance! What a chance that was for Selvel da Costa, and that should be it for the boys in red for Manora. What a chance towards the end for Selvel da Costa. He was left open in the box, and he had the chance to volley it home. But it is Luis Barreto who's going to take this goal kick, and that will be that probably for the end of the match, with Youth Club of Manora registering their second win on the trot and almost assuring them a place in next year's Goa Professional League. Luis Barreto keeping yet another clean sheet. Nicholas Fernandez is the man who's had a brilliant game today. Yet again, you can see those Vasco players disappointed on their knees, but it will be a big scalp in the history of Youth Club of Manora, as you see those Vasco boys not very happy with Luis Barreto. One legend meeting another legend in Joachim Branches. Disappointing effort in the end from Vasco Sports Club, who've been disappointing overall today, but Nicholas Fernandez quite brilliant today, that man. And when he was called into action, Luis Barreto, he did his job. Youth Club of Manora winning 1-0 against Vasco Sports Club, as the players share their comments after the match as the referees head back to their dugouts. It is the end of the match from the Duler Stadium, and the headlines will read: Vasco Sports Club losing their second match on the trot, and Youth Club of Manora winning their second match on the trot, winning 1-0 against Vasco Sports Club. The next match will be on 10th of April, and you just can't take your eyes off when you have matches involving Garden Angel and Sporting Club de Goa. It promises to be an exciting encounter. And that will be the last match for Sporting Club de Goa in this year's league, and they will be looking to log in full 3 points against Garden Angel Sports Club.